Rectum. Silver medal. Taxi. Puppy kick.
Hi, you start.
Oh, hey, welcome to Is We Dumb. My name is Dan Cummins. This is Joe Paisley.
Thank you.
This is our 58th show.
It is.
And we have a great show in store for you today.
Yes, we do.
We have One Star Heroes. Going to be talking about Helium Comedy Club, where I just was. Thanks to all the dummies coming to the shows, talking about where's your shoes. You know?
I'd love it. That's how it went.
Or check for shoes. Sorry.
I
check
know,
for
but
shoes.
how much funny would that be? Like, hey, Danny, where's your shoes? Like, down my fucking feet, bro. Oh, shit. And all of them mess it up. It's no more check for shoes. They're just like, hey, where's your shoes?
Where's your shoes?
Like, that's not it. No, you're so close.
No, it was the two most popular. It was, did you check for shoes? And
but did you?
But yeah,
did you though?
I don't know that I did on a lot of the
and the shows.
I didn't know if
they still went well.
They still went okay, but I don't think I did check for shoes.
Then you're fucking lucky.
Before each show started.
Wow.
And there was, oh my god, what's one of our also more popular?
Just don't.
Thank you. And there was a lot of just don'ts. I saw a lot of just don't shirts, and a lot of people just don't like when I came, which is pretty fun.
And we do have another merch announcement coming up today.
Yeah.
But thank you to everyone. The Just Don't Volume 2 selling like hotcakes.
Yay!
So that is exciting, and that available right now, or that available at badmagicmerch.com. Where else are you going? We're just going to get that out of the way right now. So you were in Portland, and then
Philadelphia, in Columbus. Oh boy. Wait.
It's okay.
Philadelphia.
We're so
next.
far out, yeah.
And then Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, Columbus, Ohio is after that. That's September.
Okay.
And then October is, oh boy.
Who knows?
San Francisco and another place.
But I'm going to love it.
But it's going to be great.
It's going to be the best I've ever been.
It's going to be great. Actually, Kansas City.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Kansas City. And it'll be, we just added some new shows in Kansas City, I believe, because the other ones sold out or were almost.
I love it.
And it's, yeah. DanCummins.tv is where the shows are.
Just go there. Quit asking.
Just do go there.
Just do go there. Just did. Just check it out and buy some goddamn tickets.
It's been fun.
Okay, great.
It's been fun. And I'm looking forward to talking about some of the chaos of the recent place I went to. I love Portland.
Me too.
It's part of the reason I love it is one of the craziest cities in America, and I'll talk about why in the one-star reviews.
I absolutely cannot wait.
Oh my god,
we have some good stuff. And speaking of that merch announcement that I was hinting at just then, this is a throwback to a while ago.
You've been excited for this for a while.
So excited.
Because you love these.
I love them. So I don't remember what episode it was, but it was pretty early on. I'd say definitely in the first half of the year of Is We Dumb existing, where for the 2U from Internet, we had the auto-generated Facebook T-shirts.
Right. Which I didn't know was a thing until you brought it up.
And they're so funny. It basically just gathers all the information of places that you go. It grabs like your birthday off of Facebook, like maybe politics, whatever you list on there.
Right.
And then these companies just grab all that information and make a bullshit fucking T-shirt out of it. And they're so ridiculous.
Just an AI-created T-shirt.
And we figured, let's have a couple in the store. So, Zach, you can bring it up on the screen for our YouTube viewers. And if you're just listening, we have two T-shirts. One says, walk away, because I'm fucking dumb and I have a birthday. Don't like it? Tough shit. I can't even fucking read. Other one says, hey, snowflake. In this house, we check for shoes, toss babies, and gape with God.
Oh my God.
Don't like it? I'll help you pack.
So aggressive.
It's so good. I mean, you've never seen the shirts. You're like, my daughter is born in December, and I'm a protective dad. Like, they're so good.
I saw them only because you showed them to me.
Okay, and they're like,
and people really buy them.
Yes. Yes, and they're even crazier when you see them in public, and you look at the person that's wearing it, and you're like,
what is happening?
He bought that because you thought it was sweet.
Right, not ironically.
No, not ironically. He's like, that's ridiculous. He's like, this represents everything I stand for.
This is who I am.
This is who I am as a man. And I will protect my wife till I die. You don't like it? Then fuck you. And I barbecue. This is like weird shit that you're into. And I skateboard sometimes, but used to do it a lot more when I was younger. It's like, easy, Facebook. Quit reading into me.
Fun.
Yeah, so that's available right now at badmagicmerch.com. There were some requests for like more ramped up, like offensive type of stuff because our show is a little vulgar.
Sure.
So there's some options for you.
Now you have it.
You have them right there for you. Anything you'd like to see on the show, be sure to send that in at dumb@iswedumb.com. And if you have a question about anything else, whatever it may be, info@isbedumb.com. Anything else you want to tease before we get into the very super most important starting question?
No, I think it's going to be an aggressive show, and I'm excited for it. Based on pre-show conversation, we're going to be, not that we never hold anything back. I was actually talking to somebody about this show where they were very complimentary towards it. They said they listened to all 3 of the shows.
Boo! Oh.
And we're talking about this one and about the inappropriateness of some of the humor, but which they liked. But I was just thinking, we get so ridiculous that I'll forget. We'll record it and then just go into more work, and then Logan will take something from the show and put it on socials, and I'm like, holy shit!
What are we doing? here?
Even in context, that's rough. But out of context, I'm like, God damn!
I remember listening to Time Suck.
Yeah.
Another show that we do here at Bad Magic Productions, and there's some stuff taken out of context there. That you're like, oh man, that looks real bad.
Yeah.
It's all of that on steroids.
Yes.
If you could take us and put 90% of what we say here, and we'd get in trouble. You'd have a case to be brought to court. We'd have a hard time explaining it.
If censorship just makes its way to the podcast distributors,
oh boy,
we're just fucking done.
We had fun.
Any level of censorship, we just can't do the show anymore.
Thanks for supporting us, and come join us on the other shows, because this one is done.
All right, we'll be broadcasting the signal from a fucking weird island in international waters,
somewhere at ham radio setup.
right. That's the only way we can get it out.
Tune into 90 or what's the bottom 88.7 on your FM dial, but you have to change the frequency a little bit, and it's only on Thursdays nights.
Our store mainly sells FM signal boosters. You're probably gonna need a booster.
In creepy vans that are decked out with AM and FM boosters.
Right. We record the show in the Azores because it's one of the last places on Earth that lets you say whatever you want.
We're down in Antarctica. On the side, we study penguins, and then on Thursdays we do a podcast. You kind of hear some jokes, like watching scrambled porn. You just hear some jokes every now and again.
Awesome.
Okay, let's get the juices flowing.
Okay.
Zach, you know what to do. The very super most important starting question. This is a combo between Mbaloo 7 and Amber.
Okay.
So one I feel is a real name, other one maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Would you rather have every ant in the world always coming to murder you?
God damn.
Or full strength kick one of your pets once a month for a whole year?
Full strength kick.
I
can kick pretty hard.
Super kick. Real hard kick.
Oh no.
But are you aware of how many ants there are?
I know.
I don't know the exact number. I probably should have looked it up.
This is a really creative one.
That would have been good podcasting work if I looked up how many ants there were.
I don't think anybody even knows how many ants. I mean, I'm going to say...
Guesstimation of 60 billion?
Oh, I'm going to say thousands of trillions.
A trillion?
Oh my God. Ants?
Zach?
Worldwide?
Zach?
I'm looking.
We need you, buddy.
It's got to be, and I know 1,000 is the next number, but I just can't remember what's after trillion.
Well, beyond that, I mean, my brain's I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
It might as well be 10.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm like, I
don't care.
I don't care. Do I?
But
there are 22,000 species of ants.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know how many.
Keep going.
Times a billion. I'm still working. I'm just saying that's a lot. Okay. Just for the.
Okay.
So I like we're like, hey, how many ants are in the world? And then we hear Zach's like, oh, hold on a second. And then just he comes back later, he's like, hey, some of them are red. Okay, buddy. Good job.
Listen, some of them got wings.
Screw you guys. And also it's about 1 million billion.
1 million billion?
1 million billion.
What number is that?
Is that a trillion?
That's way more than a trillion.
That's 15 zeros.
1 million trillion.
So this person fucking gave up too.
Yeah, 1,000.
They're like, I don't know.
1,000 trillion is the next number after a trillion. Right? And so
1 million billion.
Also, some of them are red.
What the fuck? And some of them are red.
And some are bigger. So there's a big one. Some of them eat wood.
I would love it. I would love it. Obviously, Zach, we're taking a lot of license with this. This is not based entirely on what you did. But I would love it if it just kept going and going. Like you're saying, it's so funny to me. Like, yeah, but how many numbers are there? Like, how many total in the world? Yeah, okay, 1 second. Some of them bite. I know. We know.
Ouchie bumps. Ouchie bumps for some of them.
Yeah, I'll get back to the number.
Some are real scary.
Did you know Indiana has ants? Yeah, that fucking yes. All those places have ants. Okay, all right, fine.
There's only one place in the world that doesn't have them. Where? Antarctica. We fucking know, Zach.
I appreciate you guys.
Oh, we love you.
So that's a lot of ants coming for you. And you're gonna die. You're gonna die if there's that many ants. You're gonna have to always be on the move.
Right, but
But you don't have to kick your pet, I guess.
You have to have a special, like...
You have to live in a bubble.
Like a crane, yeah, or a bubble that you just kind of roll around in and...
You have to live in a bubble that is constantly being coated with poison to kill ants.
Sure. But think about that poison's going to wear off.
Yeah.
Think about how thick...
I know.
How thick even like 1 million ants is.
Oh my God.
On a ball.
If they just cover your house, you're done. They suffocate you.
Right.
They could block out the fucking sun. Just so many.
The ants don't know. They could take down humanity if they just stood on top of each other and blocked out the sun.
I'm gonna have to kick my fucking dogs, I guess. Because I don't like. You can't have life. You can't have. There's too many.
There's a lot of ants.
You can't do anything. You cannot live a normal life on any level. And if they're trying to murder you, they're going to murder you.
Yeah,
if all the ants are after you, you're fucking dead.
Big ass shoes.
And it's gonna be a rough death.
Fire, like super tall fire shoes.
Right.
You're like some kind of circus performer at all times.
This is the first one where I'm like, I'm just gonna kill myself.
I can't. That's in here. Kick your pets once a month for a whole year, or just kill yourself.
I'm probably just gonna kill myself.
Yeah. Okay, but they're saying like you have to kick one of your pets for a whole year.
Ugh.
Doesn't mean one of your current pets. What if you have like a kicking horse?
I gotta get a shitty pet.
Like a kicking horse or a kicking cow.
Okay. If there's that loophole,
yeah,
where I gotta get a real mean pet. Or a pet like
that doesn't care about you, like a fucking horse or a cow.
Can you kick a dead pet?
No,
it has to be alive.
No, then you're in the insane asylum if you're thinking your pet that's dead is alive.
I got it.
Okay, what is it?
Turtle.
Whoa!
It's in its shell. I fucking launch it. I have a little like football tee, and I get the turtle on the tee and kind of like tie it down a little bit loosely, and then I scream at it to make it afraid, and it goes into its shell, and then I fucking punt it. That's the best case I can come up with.
Well, you just hope it's back in time for the next morning.
Yeah.
Well, that's his problem.
That's his problem. Yeah, exactly. There's no rules against like you have to take good care of your pet, or you have to like try and find it once you kick it.
Your neighbors.
I'll just kick it and be like, just run, just go. Don't come back. I have to kick you again.
You have no pets.
You have no pets.
That's the loophole. No, but I just picture like you wake up, you brush your teeth. I don't know, take a shower, brush your teeth, have some cereal. Like while you're eating your like frosted flakes,
right?
Open your back door, walk out there, and just kick a cow as hard as you possibly can.
I still feel bad for the cow. But they can take it.
Sorry. See you tomorrow.
Is
there any amount of niceness you could be to supplement a superpower kick to the whatever part of the body?
And then what a psychotic cow owner you are, where you spend most of the month like fucking massaging it. Like what a weird experience for the cow.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. You're so nice to it. You give it all the best food, and that almost makes it worse. And then like I feel like the cow is like, oh, this person loves me, and this person like really cares about me, and then fuck.
It's a textbook abusive relationship.
Right.
You're the best I've ever had.
You're the fucking Ike Turner of pet owners.
All the best food,
right.
All the best everything. You're hugging it, you're squeezing it. Next second, you're kicking it in the fucking ribs.
My God, you're the.
What about a bison?
You're the Chris Brown.
Elephant.
You're the Chris Brown of pet owners. I try to update my reference.
My brain just goes bigger animal so that I'm more pathetic. Like elephant. Elephant's like, I don't care. He's like, ow, bro.
But elephants are sensitive.
Oh, they're sad?
They're smart.
You're gonna be sad?
I think they'd be depressed. Like it wouldn't hurt.
It
wouldn't hurt him physically, but it would hurt his heart. He'd be like, what the fuck did I do?
Oh my gosh.
And they have good memories. And they'd remember that kick sometimes. They'd be eating their whatever elephants eat, eating their fucking bamboo.
Peanuts.
Eating their circus peanuts.
Strictly peanuts. That's all they eat.
I think elephants only live on circus peanuts. You have to present it to them in the little like red and white circus bag or circus carton.
I will now eat.
I will eat as my circus forefathers ate before me.
I will now eat this as my owner kicks me in the leg.
right.
Yeah. Like you probably hurt yourself eventually kicking a fucking elephant though.
Probably.
Dude, that's an ouch.
I just picture the elephant like going to sleep at night and it's just about to fall asleep and then it's like, why do you do it? Like you just can't let it go.
Just nightmares over it.
Oh, you're just elephant waking up in a cold sweat. Why does he kick me? I didn't do anything. I know I didn't do anything. Why did he kick me?
Why did he kick me? Oh my gosh, ouchie. And there's no way around the ant thing. I mean, I know there's a bunch of them. They're going to consolidate.
It's too many numbers.
So what if you consolidate them by like maybe it's like some David Blaine shit. You hang from a crane and you just consolidate them all. Because they're too dumb to know they can't murder you.
God.
Right? So they all consolidate.
Right.
And then you just fly somewhere else.
Maybe if you lived in like a nice,
and you get like a year, of some peace before they all catch up to you. You fly from Idaho to Florida.
That's a good way to combat it. It's like, what if you could live kind of like a tree fort.
Be bad for everybody else.
Be bad for everybody else in the neighborhood. Be bad in the neighborhood. You have a big backyard.
It's a tsunami of ants going from Idaho to Florida.
Oh my god,
it's fucking destroying lives. And you're like, I'm comfy.
Oh my, you have a huge backyard. You'd have to have like a tree fort kind of, almost like a helipad. Like you're living on a helipad with a big metal post base. And then that would have to be covered in poison.
Or grease or whatever the fuck.
Right. You'd have food, a place to go to the bathroom. A helicopter could land there to get you, or at least drop the rope. You can like climb up the ladder to get to the helicopter. And then you'd have to have a lot of like diesel, a whole bunch in a big flamethrower. And that's what you do is like you just wait out. Every once in a while you have to do this. You have to like wait in your little place and let just billions and trillions of ants gather below. Dude. And then you fucking flamethrow them.
How high can you get? Because a trillion ants going to catch you.
But that's why you have the poison. You have like lots of poison on the pole.
Forever? But they don't even need the pole at some point.
Yeah, because
they can just stack on top of each other and take over your shit.
Well, I guess that's when the flame. Well, then you have to have like some kind of situation on top where you can just like release like boiling hot oil or like napalm. You have like a napalm release thing to fucking burn them off the pole every once in a while.
I picture you just trying to have a relaxing night.
Right.
Like sitting down like in your bed reading a book while you're just hoping that your plexiglass house pumps out boiling oil.
Oh my god!
To make sure you're alive the next day.
You have like after doing this for a while, you have so many scars and you're like missing fingers and stuff, and all of your injuries are ant related. What happened? I chopped off my finger and I was trying to chop these ants up.
How?
What? They won't stop coming. And I got frustrated and I got a machete.
Sounds weird.
This is like your right arm is like severe burn scars. What happened to your fucking arm? It's flamethrower backfired and I was burning some ants. Just every war story is ant related.
You're just a mutant.
Oh my god.
Just deformed, melted, and ants, bro.
Missing an eye. What happened to your eye? I tried to stab myself in the eye because I got frustrated with the ants.
How many were in there?
Lost my
6 trillion.
Yeah. I had a bunch of ants eat my eye out before I was able to fight them off. Before the helicopter picked me up.
They held my arms down, my legs down.
Helicopter
got me emergency evac.
You're missing a leg? Why do you get a prosthetic leg? Fucking ants ate one of my legs before I was able to burn them off.
What?
I had to burn off my leg to burn off the ants.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Let's get to the meeting, please.
Anyway, I got to order because the ants are going to be here within an hour max. So I gotta get the sandwich going.
Number 2, yes, with cheese.
And make it fucking snappy because there is trillions of ants coming. Soon your restaurant will be overrun with ants, and I do apologize for that.
Don't worry, they don't want to kill you. They only want to kill me.
Just hunker down, wait for them to pass. They'll keep on moving.
Imagine being the drive-through worker where you have that conversation with them, and they're like, "What?" You're like, "I swear to God, they're not going to try to kill you." Bye. Right. Beep beep. Beep, a little honk, and you peel out of there. Like, what the fuck? Hour later, just ants. Just
oh my god, just like a tsunami of ants.
They don't move fast enough.
And think about the flying ants.
Those are the worst.
It blocks out the sun.
Those are going to be there faster.
That's how you know. That's how you know that the ant army, the ant horde, is coming for you. Is when the sun gets blocked out. When it's like noon, and all of a sudden it feels like 10 o'clock at night, and you're like, "Oh, fucking ants!"
Not again.
And you look in just a dark cloud of flying ants.
And there's scarier ants
covers the whole sky.
Think about like rainforest ants that I don't even know about. It's a great way to discover some new species. But outside of that, there's some big ones. There has to be like termite-sized ants out there that I don't know about right now.
Yeah.
And those are the ones going to be coming for me.
If I pick the ants, I swear to God, I'm always carrying a loaded handgun, not for the ants, but for myself.
Right. Understood.
Because if the fucking wall of ants gets too close, I'm not going to go out like that.
Sorry. What else are you going to
do? That sounds like a horror movie.
So we're kicking a pet.
Kicking a pet.
Yeah, I'm going bigger because I can't kick a dog if I'm actually hurting it.
Yeah, I know.
That's super sad.
It would kill it. If I kicked Penny or Gigi in the ribs, they're fucking dead.
Is there a better place to kick them?
No.
Just the tail?
I'll break their back.
Ooh, just their ear?
Oh.
That's a fun game.
Oh.
You lock them in, they have a little suit that only has...
just kick their little flappy... What if you just rip their ear? Oh my God.
Better than fucking kicking them in the ribs.
I'm kicking a turtle.
I mean, fuck those turtles.
Fuck turtles.
We established that long time ago.
Right, they're annoying. They eat straws. They're too dumb to stay away from straws, which affects the way I get to drink my cold drinks.
Why not kick them?
So I fucking take my frustrations out by kicking them.
I could kick a turtle, and we did just cover the turtle getting hit in the windshield. So that's fun. So they can maybe survive a foot kick.
I picture building up angst to justify kicking them by just going somewhere and ordering a drink and having to drink it through a paper straw. And then by the time the straw inevitably disintegrates, which usually doesn't take more than 5 minutes, then I'm like, fuck that turtle.
I can't wait to get home.
Can't wait to kick that turtle.
You start kicking turtles 5 times a day.
The person who like makes the rules comes by and is like, you don't need to kick them that much. No, I know. Some of it's for the rule, some of it's for fun.
So it's because this is what you did, and now I'm a monster. He has a meltdown. He's like, fuck, never should have done this. Oh my God, I'm hurting this turtle.
Right.
Okay, so that's great. Thank you guys again for sending that in. That was just very unique. I don't think we've ever had a...
I liked, that was one of the rare ones we didn't turn sexual.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We might go back and be like, I can fuck a turtle. I can fuck a dead turtle. I'm sorry. I loved that about. I think that was last episode. It was Dan. I'll reread the question one more time. We're gonna talk about fucking your mom.
Oh my God!
Like, no, that's not how that goes. Like, I'm gonna reread it one more time. Right. You don't have to just fuck her while she's dead. Wait, what? No, you don't. That's not what we're saying. Okay, it's my story for Is We Dumb?
Great.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Guess where we're going?
Hawaii.
We're going back to Hawaii. I know some people have made fun of me for talking about my trip to Hawaii. I don't get out much. So I went to Hawaii and some shit happened.
Yeah.
Some shit happened. And so, sorry, we're back in Hawaii once again.
But this is a fun story.
This is a fun story. So I guess the setup on it is we were told, we knew going in that rental cars were hard to get. Right?
Yeah.
Like people, for whatever reason, they weren't available. I'm not sure if there's some businesses been out of business or some car rental places been out of business, but people were getting like U-Hauls, all this kind of stuff. But this was like a year before we even went. And so the last thing we looked up a month before was like, no. We called some places. They're like, we got plenty of cars.
Right.
Don't even worry about it. And we're like, okay, we won't. We will trust you. As you say, you have plenty of cars. So we got there, and then guess what? No cars. No cars whatsoever.
Going to adversely affect your trips. You're not going to be able to get to the places you wanted to go to.
Kauai is... you have to have a car to get around,
right? Because it's
you can't do if you're like, oh
Uber.
my God, yeah, just do Uber, do Lyft. No, there's two of them.
Right.
There's two of them on the entire island, and they only work like 1 hour a day.
Yeah, and I will say, COVID has just from starting to travel again, which I understand. People more worried about getting substantially less Uber and Lyft drivers out there.
Right.
So you're not going to, and the way, Hawaii works, where people are running on Hawaii time, and it's a little more laid back, you're never going to get anywhere doing that.
Absolutely not. So we got there, we got off the plane, we thought we could just go get a car at the airport. Nope, they're all gone. And then we were like, okay, fuck, we'll go call a taxi. We called a taxi. They're like, hey, and after our flight, I mean, it's not like it's an insane amount of traveling, but it's whatever, 18 hours or so of just kind of different planes jumping all over. We finally get there and we get off. We don't have a taxi. We have to wait another hour and a half to get a goddamn taxi ride. And this guy shows up. I don't remember his name. I wish I did. I couldn't really. I want to say Ray.
Yeah.
I feel like it was Ray. And we got in his taxi and he was a scary looking motherfucker. Like he looked like, I forget his name. Who's the guy that was in Machete? That was in Breaking Bad. He has a scary face.
Danny Trejo.
Yes.
Okay.
He looked like him.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Face was all scarred.
Yeah.
Like shit was just, it looked rough.
I mean, that's why Trejo plays all those parts.
Right.
It's because he's well aware that he comes across as a dude for much of his career that you would not want to meet in an alley.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like physically, like he made my kids nervous. Like my wife was nervous. I was like, oh, right. I will sit closest to him, just because I'm so strong and if he wants to shoot me with a gun, I will say no, and then I'll be dead.
Yeah,
but at least I'll say no, don't. And
please don't.
Please don't.
Just don't.
Just don't.
Come on, just don't.
So if that's the case, I'll die first.
Yeah.
Which is a win-win for me because I got to get out of there and have to watch the rest of my family get murdered. But he has like his English is very very bad. You have a hard time understanding him.
Yeah.
Some words you pick up on him, like, okay, I know that he's talking about a road right now.
Right.
But outside of that, I don't know what he's talking about.
Sure.
And like, you're like, point.
He's like, haha, yeah.
You look like, that's crazy. That's great. And the kids scoot a little bit closer to me. Like, they're just they're a little bit worried. And especially in the rearview mirror, when you just saw the eyes, he definitely looked like he might kill you.
Okay.
So fast forward a little bit later in the ride, and we start talking between Aaron and I, about like how are we going to get a car? Like I think that I don't know what the area looks like. I don't know how far apart everything is. Blah blah blah. And then you pick up through his broken English. He's like I got a car, and we're like what? And then he talks a little bit more.
Yeah.
He goes blah 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 da, 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 and then he hands me a business card.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll just paraphrase. There's more here, but he's like, if you guys can't find a car, I have a car. I don't normally rent it out. Is what he was saying, right?
Right.
He goes, but you guys don't have one, and if you need one, I have an extra car, and you guys can just rent it from me. right?
I've never heard of that happening before. It's awesome. Yeah.
So it's still at that moment a little scary.
Sure.
I'm like, okay, kind of weird. Like, is this guy gonna?
He just wants to take you to his house and kill you.
Exactly. He's gonna fuck me over.
Yeah.
So we go back to the place. He drops us off. Everything's fine at that point. And then the next morning we wake up, call all the car places. Nothing's available. One car's available. It's a convertible Mustang, like a 2021.
Perfect for the family.
Costs like maybe $700 a day.
Yep.
And we're like, we'll walk, thanks.
Yeah.
No, thanks. We are here for 10 days.
Right. Right.
So we'll pass on that.
And the $7,000 rental.
I was like, all right, I'm going to call him. I call him back. He's great about it. He goes, yeah, I'll come and pick you up. He's going to drive to the other side of the island, come grab me, bring him back to his house. On the way there, he starts talking to me about how he almost just recently died. He had like a blood disease, and he's so thankful to be alive. He starts talking to me about his wife and kids, and he's so happy that he sent his like kids off to the States to go to college, and he's making a bunch of money here to send it off to him. And this whole time, I'm like, I am such a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
Like, as soon as you get to know him a little bit, he's like, great. I get there, his wife comes out, like, handshakes, hugs, like, meet the family, all this stuff. And he's like, here it is. I give him the money. I get in the car. We have this amazing trip. Come back, drop it off. His wife
saved you.
Yeah. His wife gives us a ride back to the airport, blah, blah, blah. Hugs to all the family members on the way out to the airport. And I'm like, fuck me. And it's just a lesson in, like, that's so dumb.
Yeah.
Just because a lot of it probably had to do with I couldn't understand him.
Right.
Which made it even a little scarier.
Yeah.
But I just didn't, I found out later that he just had a rough go recently. And so in English is not his first language.
Right.
But in that situation, I was unrightfully scared of this man for absolutely no reason.
I think the lesson I'm picking up.
And he saved our entire trip.
Right.
We would have been fucked.
Yeah.
So fucked. We'd have been stuck in our little resort, which was basically might have been America.
Right.
Like, you weren't at the islands. You might as well just be at California or on any coast at that point because you can't walk anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the lesson I'm picking up is that if you get into a car with somebody, like an Uber, taxi, whatever like that, and your inner radar's going off, and it's like you're scared and you're kind of worried about this person, especially if you're like a young lady and there's this scary guy driver and he wants to take you to his house and give you something, that you just do it.
Right.
Just do it. Don't ignore that inner voice. If you're like, but I'm scared and he could overpower me. Fucking just roll the dice. That's the lesson I'm picking up from this.
What's the worst
No
thing
matter
that
how
happened?
scary somebody seems in public when you're traveling, just go with them. Go to their house.
Listen,
just hope for the best.
Listen, there's different signs.
If it worked out for Joe, it's going to work out for you.
If they're grabbing legs, and saying creepy stuff to you, maybe don't go.
True.
But if he's doing nothing but driving you to the place,
right?
Maybe don't judge him so bad.
Exactly. No, there is that like, like he.
Just because he had scars on his face, I have no idea how the.
You know what?
He was being nice. I just couldn't understand him. Yeah,
it is a funny thing where it's like if you've grown up and like there's a typecasting or whatever they call it for like when people get put in certain roles, and they keep like somebody happens to look like a villain from a movie or like an archetype of a villain. I mean, that's got to suck for them. But of course, you're gonna be scared because you've been conditioned to fear someone who looks like fucking Danny Trejo, because Danny Trejo has played bad guys who kill people in movie after movie after movie after movie.
Is he ever a good guy?
Yeah, I think
sometimes a good guy.
He's just a surprising good guy sometimes,
okay.
But always a tough, from what I've seen, tough guy who's like kills people, but isn't going to kill you.
So a good guy he just didn't kill one person.
Right, he's just not going to kill you.
Okay,
he's a good guy to have on your team.
Right,
he's a bad guy to have against you.
Understood that. I'm sure people have been in that situation. If you've traveled and you've gone a bunch of places and you don't know what he's saying, but he's in control of all of you at that moment. Like you could be going anywhere and you're like, fuck. And you're already stressed out because you just got there. You don't know how you're like the whole trip fucked because you don't have a car.
Right.
And then there's a tension between your wife and you, and you're like, fuck. Like because I told her, I was like, no, they said it was fine. Why would we get a car ahead of time? And then you get there and it's like, oh, there's no cars. Fuck me, huh? So now it's on me to kind of like piece something together. And yeah, he saved the whole trip.
It is a good reminder of that thing of don't judge a book by its cover, but also it's like from
trust your gut
from somebody who because I have a look that in certain situations like I've definitely been like walking home from a bar, whatever, on the road, and I just end up and I happen to be like walking behind some women.
It's the best. Wait, what?
And I can tell like they're nervous, and then what sucks is like when they keep taking turns and it just happens to line up where I need to go,
right.
And I can just feel the tension, and I want to say something like, "I'm not gonna hurt you," but then that's
slow down, come here,
stop walking so fast. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Let's walk together. I'm scared too.
But I know that's gonna make it like creepier. But in my head, I always think I never get like offended. I think like, no, you're right. You're right to like err on the side of caution. You know, you see a fucking dude who looks a little sketchy. I have a look that can definitely come across a little sketchy, and I'm like, yeah, you should fucking get out of here.
Do you ever like purposely stop and like tie your shoe to give a little extra room?
To give a little distance,
or go the wrong way and then come back.
What's annoying is I have done the thing where then like I'll walk slower or like stop and look at my phone for a second to act like I'm doing something, and then for whatever reason they'll fucking slow down too, and I'm like, God damn it! Now it does look like I'm coming after you.
Maybe they want you to. Maybe. Another lesson in today's show.
Right.
If you think somebody's following you, maybe just slow down and see what he wants.
Slow down, see what he wants.
Safety first.
Or if you think somebody's following you, what you should do is just turn around and ask, like, hey, are you following me?
No, I'm not.
Or if you like, just turn around and be like, hey, I want you to follow me. or if you're behind somebody, this is what you really should do. If you're behind somebody and it seems like you're making them uncomfortable, you're not sure, just be like, do you like me following you? You should ask that question.
You like this?
Do you like it when I follow you?
What?
And then say it like that.
Where are you going? Because that's where I'm probably going too, huh?
Hey, girls, you like it, don't you? You like it when I follow you.
You didn't say you didn't.
You don't say you don't like it, so I'm going to just keep following you.
Clap, clap, clap.
That's a fun thing to say to strangers to make them comfortable.
Clap, clap, clap. Like doing little dances. Like I just picture someone like Joaquin Phoenix from the Joker, like that kind of walk.
Oh my God!
You know, you like it when I follow you?
Do you like it when I follow you?
Little spin.
Oh my God.
Gunshot.
I always think about this. My brain thinks about this way too much. Things you can do that are like so fucking uncomfortable and inappropriate and creepy, but not illegal.
Oh, absolutely.
Like it's not illegal just to be a weird fucking creep who walks in an odd way and just says things like, "You like it when I follow you, don't you?" And just like a little weird little dancey walk.
But you have to explain it to the police. Most likely.
You have to explain it to the police.
But they'll be like, I don't know, fucking maybe stop doing that, but
right.
You're free to go.
But is it illegal? You could be like, officer, is it illegal to say, do you like it when I follow you? And then you just replicate your little walk. And eventually there's like, just fucking get out of here. God, you're weirding us out now.
God, just stop doing that.
It's not. I wish it was illegal, but it's not.
Your criminal record is just all these times you were almost arrested for doing weird shit. It's like never anything serious, just doing weird shit. Right. At binoculars on the sidewalk, like you weren't on personal property.
You've been brought into the station 75 times for just like skeeving people out. Well, it's his fucking Dan again. He's been weirding more people out downtown. He knows we can't fucking book him, but we can bring him here and talk to him a bit.
He's hacked it.
Give them time to get away.
Life hack. Put it on YouTube and get some money off of it. Okay, let's move on to Dumb Idiots. You ready?
Yeah.
Zach! This story was sent in by a handful of dummies.
Okay.
So I will not be crediting any single one. Just a lesson in maybe don't. Man uses live eel to cure constipation.
Holy shit.
And nearly dies.
Holy shit.
Are you shocked?
I am actually.
Okay, here we go then. Take this story as a lesson of what not to do under any circumstances ever. A man in China has been hospitalized after using a live eel, which he inserted up his anus and into his rectum to cure his case of constipation.
Get in there and eat my shit, eel.
Do it. You like it. According to Global Times, the unnamed man, located in Chinese city of Xingha, put a 20 centimeter long, which is 7.87 inch eel in his ass, and recommended by a purported folk remedy. The eel, however, had plans other than relieving the man's uncomfortable medical condition. Upon reaching the rectum, the eel headed towards his colon and bit it, entering his abdomen, reported the Chinese news outlet.
Oh my God, it's his like stomach.
It goes on to say, remarkably, this is not the first incident of eels being used in this peculiar way, suggesting the purported remedy is somewhat well known. In 2017, a man tried the folk remedy as per his friend's recommendation, said Men's Health. In that case, a 49-year-old man was rushed to the hospital where doctor performed emergency surgery to remove the eel. When they asked him how the eel had gotten in his system, he told them that it swam up by itself.
Swam up by itself.
And I remember that story.
Oh my God.
I remember this getting sent in. We never read it. But I remember it'd be like, oh shit.
Oh, eel swam up my butt. Whoops.
Or it might have been a fish. He's like, oh, I sat on it. It's like, no, you shoved that fish up your asshole.
That's not how buttholes work.
Before eventually confessing that, of course, he did it himself.
If you could just fucking sit on fish and eels and have them up your ass, you need to get your butthole tightened. Like
that's gape. Right, talk about gaping for God.
You're always gaped.
Gaping for cod.
Gaping for cod.
Come on.
Come on.
It's right there.
Gaping for cod.
Yeah. Damn. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. Yay. That's it. I should just wrap up the show. It's not going to get better. That's the fucking end right there. No, but it's just like, it reminds you of like you take these home remedy suggestions from your friends.
What?
And if you did that all the time, either you'd always be sick or you'd be dead.
Yeah, right. And these old folk remedies, it's like... like folk medicine is medicine created by people who did, like, science wasn't a thing yet.
Right.
Like sometimes it can work. Sometimes they did stumble upon through trial and error things that are like good for you. But like when people some people act like that stuff is better than Western medicine. No, it's not.
No.
Every once in a while, there are things, yes, that can help. Homeopathic things can, absolutely have good qualities.
And my wife does
But
remind me of this.
Extreme stuff like eels in your butt, probably not.
Like everything that's in modern medicine,
Right.
And it blew her mind when it really kind of like came to fruition. She was like, "Oh my god, it all exists.
Yeah.
it's on this planet.
Yeah, a lot of it's derived
in
from
one
folk
form.
medicine.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's all here in one
Right.
form or another.
Yeah.
and it's just combined into the right
Yeah.
things to make like so. There's truth in it.
Yeah.
but it's a matter
Yeah.
of knowing what the fuck you're doing with it.
I just look at it like things get better, like our computers, our phones, like they upgrade. Like if someone was like, "Hey,
Those dial-ups, I'll tell you what."
Right. It's like, do you want to drink a beer based on a 4,000-year-old recipe, or somebody that like came up with this, 3 weeks ago that's like spent 30 years in like the craft brewing? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna take the new shit because they've been refining it for centuries.
Oh man, and I hope I'm not pulling this out of my eel ass, but I feel like they, not recently, but a couple years ago, they dug up a tomb and they found some really old wine. Right?
Yeah.
Super old.
Right.
And like thousands and thousands of years old.
Yeah.
And it got like tasted or tested.
Yeah.
And it was fucking shit.
Of course.
It was the worst thing like they've ever tasted in their life.
Oh, I bet.
So it's like, well, yeah, there you go.
They
did not get better with age.
They've made, I was talking about in times, like they've made like, they found the recipe for like this ancient Sumerian like mead, like this like beer.
Sure.
And they made it, and the way they describe the taste, it's always like, it's better than expected, right. Or like good, like with an asterisk. I always like read between the lines of like, it is fucking garbage. It's hot garbage that somebody's puked up and then tried to eat again.
In articles,
we expect it to be worse.
Articles and lists, they have the asterisks,
right?
Where then at the bottom is the key.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like better than expected. Asterisk, the bottom's like shit.
Tastes like
better than shit.
Better than shit.
Oh, great. Well. Better than decaying human butthole.
right.
And the little key at the bottom, you're like,
And that's just so crazy that like with constipation, like should I see a doctor who they have, medicine that they've had for a long time that they know easily cures constipation, or should I stick a fucking eel up my ass? Because that's what the old folk recipe says.
That's what my aunt told me.
That's what should I listen to the doctor or my aunt?
Did it work for somebody?
Right.
That's what I want to know.
Should I ask my aunt to take a break from tarot cards and ask me what kind of animal to shove up my fucking ass to get my poop out? Or should I call a doctor?
Option A. Which one's cheaper?
Which one's cheaper?
The eel. Well, it depends. You have to buy the eel or...
I was picturing some weird like series of Googles, but like, what kind of eels eat shit? What's the best? What eel is best at eating human poop out of your butt?
On it.
Right.
Some eels bite.
Google just keeps coming back with like, stop.
Don't.
It's like, please stop it. What are you doing with your life?
Knock it off. All search results are hidden. You have to type in a password, like some sort of thing. It's like a little IQ test to like get the results. You're like, man, sorry, bro.
I would love it if like a GIF came up for certain search results, and it was just like I don't know, Rob Lowe, or just being like, what the fuck?
Jurassic Park guy. Right. He didn't say the magic word. What was his name? Dennis in the movie?
I can't remember.
Something like that. Oh fuck. So can you imagine an eel? Bad idea, and then it eats through your colon and just ends up in your fucking abdomen.
Oh my god,
that is so bad.
That's so gross. It's so fucking gross.
And then after, like, he finally, and it's not in this article, but other articles I read, they did surgery and the eel was alive.
That's incredible. I wondered about that. The eel survived that. I'm just picturing like you have some situation where you end up with a colostomy bag, and then every once in a while people are like, so what led to that? And like if you're honest, you have to tell them like, well, I couldn't poop and I stuck an eel in my ass.
Did it work? Of course.
And how do you get it up? Like, do you have to like relax your butthole? And like, do you have like a butt plug or like a dildo, and you're just fucking your ass for a while to get it like good and relaxed, and then you quickly grab an eel, get in there, get in there.
You're on all fours, but your ass is up real high, and you're reaching back there like dipping fish food in your butthole. Like what do eels eat? Fish food? I'm guessing.
I don't even know.
No. Okay, fish food to get a fish in there. And then and the eel will chase the fish into your butthole.
Or do you have like a crazy dildo that's hollowed out, and you put an eel in there, and then you put you set fire to some paper on one side to pressure the eel to go through the other side of the dildo and into your butthole. There's got to be a whole technique to it.
How much water is in your butthole for the eel to like be okay?
Yeah.
See?
What's going on there? Is it like an enema where you also add an eel to it? It's so. I'm sure there's obviously, along with the folklore medicine.
First you need.
I want to know what other. Sorry.
I said first you need.
right.
To suck 1 gallon of water up your butt. Okay, and then like you have to do a handstand so the water doesn't come out when you shove the eel in your butt.
You have to have a friend you trust to keep secrets. Bring the eel over.
Feed an eel into your ass.
Feed an eel into your ass while you're upside down. I'm just picturing like this recipe, like this medicine is like in a book of other folk medicine. Just what horror is in that.
It's all eels. Earache.
It's all eels.
Put eel in your ear. I got a stuffed nose. Well, tell you what, eel.
It's all just like critters, like where you, like if you have like a pink eye, you just gotta like put a bunch of ants all on your eyeball and let them eat the infection off your eyeball.
Absolutely.
Just horrible stuff for every single recipe.
In your armpit, it's like flamingo. Like I don't what?
What?
Yeah, get a flamingo.
You gotta get a flamingo, and you gotta trick it to eat the infection out of your armpit.
The medical illustrations in that book, I want to see them. It'd be the best to see. All professional with a little flamingo pecking an armpit.
They finally find out it's like a joke book. This book was actually written in the 70s by someone just fucking with people into like homeopathic remedies.
Just on so much acid.
They're seeing how far they can take it. Like some of the things are just like, if you have like an STD, then you have to cover your dick in honey and let a bear lick it off. And like just like a wild bear. And they're like, I wonder if we can get somebody dumb enough to do this.
Sprained ankle? Fuck a horse.
yeah, just crazy stuff. Like your leg's broken. Well, you gotta fuck a dog. And you just gotta keep fucking it until your leg unbreaks. Like what?
The bones will heal.
The bones will heal.
You bone while your bone heals. Bones for bones. Anyway, next chapter.
We did it.
We did it. This next one is something that we've talked about a while ago, and you don't know what's going to be on today's show.
Okay.
But this is Apocalypse Pending. Roll it. It's the apocalypse. So I'm going to read the description of this YouTube video, and then we're gonna watch a video.
Okay.
This is a video about a spiritual like force field guy who claims that he can deflect your punches or stop your punches just by his spiritual force field.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see this video.
Okay.
This is so great.
Okay, so here is the setup for it really quick here.
Yeah, and then we'll narrate.
Right. So this is the moment a no-touch energy shield master receives a heavy dose of reality after he invites a professional martial artist to punch him in the face.
This is a great thing. I wish a version of this could be done for like the QAnon truthers, like all these people who get into these weird wormholes and they're never faced with reality. Like to really like they believe in the weird Illuminati stuff, but like they never like it'd be great to have those people like brought in to wherever they know, like have them brought under the Denver airport and be like, where is it, motherfucker?
The janitor flips the lights on.
Right.
They're
Show us where it is.
Like the burn of the hum of the lights. Like, look.
Find the lizards.
Good. You have 3 hours.
Yep,
go.
you have 3 hours.
Here's a shovel. Go fucking do it.
Here's the schematics. Look everywhere you want. You know, and it's like, but even then, like the truth wouldn't set in with them like it does in this situation, where if you're claiming that you can stop people from punching you with this, like, be able to create an energy force field with your chi, essentially, it's so easy to disprove that by just punching you in your fucking face. It's so satisfying to watch.
Hey, this guy is an acclaimed martial artist. So, stuntman Alexander Litvinenko, also known as Alex Lee. I'm guessing he changed his name because first name, last name. A 7-time martial artist champion in the Ukraine, proves to be more than a match for the resistance specialist in the video, which has reemerged on social media. The 36-year-old who lives in New York is asked to hit the master, who says he can neutralize the threat with just impulse in his hand movements.
And just to clarify, the guy claiming the force field is not the 7-time Ukraine champion.
Nope.
He's just a dude who thinks that no martial artist can fucking penetrate his chi energy.
Or he's been claiming this, and then finally somebody's like, no.
Called him on his shit and was like, yeah, put it to the test.
And then what's he going to do?
Right.
Like if he backs out and goes, no, I can't. Like that, he's a coward.
Right. This is what people wanted to see with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Like the boxing diehards, they want to see somebody do this to Logan Paul.
Right.
Like just to fucking mash his face.
I think like 99% of the world wants that to happen to Logan Paul.
And it didn't happen with the fight recently.
Right.
But this guy is like a low-rent version of that. And it doesn't work out for him.
Okay, so we're going to play the video.
Okay.
They're in a field.
Oh my God, this guy.
Martial artist. You can tell which guy's the spiritual guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this,
I just want to make that clear. So Alex Lee is doing like some hand movements.
Yeah.
Kind of goofing around a little bit.
And explaining what he's going to do to this guy,
Right.
I imagine.
Right. And I watch this first attack and then watch the spiritual like energy guy's face.
Yeah.
Okay?
So before we play, to set the scene, they're both kneeling on grass facing each other, and there's some, like a cameraman and I think some other people around, but they're just like the energy guy he's concentrating, he's building his force field, and and they're not standing, they're kneeling on the ground, probably 1 foot away from each other.
Right, absolutely. Okay, here we go.
Okay, focusing. And now the energy guy is building his force field with his hands.
Oh!
And he...
See that?
And he slapped the other guy.
Slapped him in the face off of like a punch, right?
Right.
Which clearly he missed the punch. He was showing that he could have punched him in the face.
But he held back.
He held back.
And force field guy slapped him
Slapped him, and then look at the smile on Force Field's face. Ready?
Okay. Now he's like, ha ha ha, I gotcha.
Look at this.
I gotcha.
Told you. He has impressed himself. Right now he's like, holy shit.
And now the gloves are off.
Oh my God, this works. And here we go.
Yep.
Here we go. Next round.
They kneel down, and the guy just grabs him and fucking jacks him in the face. Oh my God, it happened so fast. They have their little flurry exchange, and then the martial artist guy grabs him in kind of like a headlock, but faced each other, and then releases him only to uppercut him in the head.
And he's stunned.
Yeah, he's stunned. He's like, that did not work out like I wanted it to.
His hair was already up, but it would have been up after that uppercut.
So now he's like, what happened to my force field?
He's like, holy shit.
Now, before they go so now they sit down for a third time. He has to be so rattled.
Well, watch this stretch. Watch this right here. This will tell you. Ready?
Okay.
Ooh, ouch.
Ooh, ow. Ouchie, ouchie, my neck.
And
how come my force field didn't work? Okay, he's getting his chi again. He's doing like he's doing jazz hands to try to build his force field again.
Which is top chi movements, as far as I know.
It's so great to watch. Doing his little jazz hand movements, like, oh, I'm going to build my force field.
Right.
Okay, and now it's going to work.
Here we go.
And they face off again. Okay, try and hit me, buddy. There's no way you can hit me. I got my force field. Boom, boom. Oh, my God. Punishing him. Hits him in the face like 6 times.
Then watch this. Ready?
They sit down again.
They bow.
The guy's like, I have had enough. My force field. I'm going to go back to my force field training.
He did it.
Oh, my God.
I love. Do you think he tried to claim like he didn't hit me?
Oh my!
Like just other weird things that didn't happen. He's like, nope.
I wonder how he reevaluates that. But I love that he like put it to the test, and just like all his nonsense training when he was and maybe he had a training partner before who wasn't actually a martial artist and felt bad for him, and like didn't try to hit him.
We've seen that over and over again, where they just buy into it.
It's so great.
Whether it's pressure, like trying to like not let this guy down.
Yeah.
You want to be a part of his group. You need some goddamn friends. So you just stroke his ego.
Yep.
This guy showed up and was like, nope, I'm going to punch you.
That's just such a great example of crazy beliefs meet reality in such a like great way. Like I wish there could be a version of that for like people who don't believe the vaccine is real and people who don't believe that. It's like, I mean, there is, but usually it's like, but they still will find other rationality. Like that, there's no writing that one off.
Absolutely.
You thought you could make a force field out of fucking magic that would specifically stop somebody from attacking you. And then the first time you put it to the test, that person beats your fucking face.
I love it.
There's no way after that, unless you're completely insane, to think it still works.
He tried to find a way to spin it
I know,
so he could keep his little group around him.
Rationalization's a powerful thing.
And if you want to watch the video, go to the episode description, and I will have the link for you right there.
Oh, it's so great.
Ready for One Star Heroes?
Ready.
Let's go to Portland.
I get no respect in real life, always am upset, so I let them know I hate them on the internet, yeah.
Speaking of reality, meeting people just thoughts in their head, I want to talk about Helium Comedy Club here for our 1-star reviews. It's only 3 out of 5 stars, 344 reviews. The club I was just at in Portland. And I will say it is almost impossible to find a comedy club with strong reviews because a lot of the people leaving their reviews are people who have gotten kicked out or scolded at the comedy club. That's when they choose to leave a review. And in my experience, I've seen so many people get thrown out of comedy clubs over the years. Literally every single one of them deserved it, and by a lot. And almost every single one, when I talk to the staff afterwards, just leave the room just complaining about how this is bullshit, and they were just having a good time, and why is this happening to them? Because you're an obnoxious fucking drunk 99% of the time. You don't know how to handle your liquor.
I mean, you're telling me it's not a guy that's just sitting there, like having his first beer of the night.
Right.
Checking something. Like does a little hand wave, like, oh my gosh, I get it, buddy. And they'll grab him and yank him out of there.
Right.
They don't what?
Yeah. That's crazy. That is the thing. Most commonly, it's somebody who they think they're like, I'm just having a good time. I'm just like expressing when you come to a stand-up show.
We all know this drunk guy.
There's this, and I've had fans do this plenty of times. I mean, most of them don't, and the sentiment is appreciated, but it's like I'm just like they're yelling things back to you, yelling like the punchlines. They're yelling out like references to things you've done, and it's just coming like they're just enthusiastically enjoying it. But I always think like, yeah, but imagine if everybody did that in the room, it would completely stop the show. It would just be a cacophony of madness. And it's like how a comedy club works is like the comic does their bits, you laugh or you don't laugh, or you clap or you don't clap. And that's pretty much it. And I don't mind the occasional thing. I'm more tolerant than some, like at the beginning when you come on stage, sure, yell some stuff from the podcast. We can have that moment. And sometimes people will perfectly time it, like after a bit.
Sure. But
then there's always the person who just like, or not always, but a lot of times there'll be this person who just like the whole show, they're just like saying things all the time. That's the person that gets kicked out. And they're like, I was just having fun. It's like, yeah, but your fun was ruining everyone else's fun. Like it's just
oblivious.
Yes, it's like the equivalent of somebody who just likes to read out loud. That's how they absorb information. They like to read, they love books, but they read out loud. That's great. Don't do that at the fucking library. You do that at home because now your reading is fucking up everyone else's reading. Yeah. So Helium, here's some 5 stars to show that people do enjoy it and get it. Paul D says, I've been going here for years. They book in solid comedians. You're always guaranteed quality comedy. Service is great. Staff is nice and professional. Catherine G, 5 stars. Great ventilation, spread out tables, well organized routes to promote social distancing. So lots of these nice qualities.
Okay.
And with this club specifically, I know the last 2 managers. Nick is just leaving. I'm happy for him. He's going to Avalon Management now in LA. He's been the manager there a couple years. Awesome dude. I've recorded a couple albums there. It's one of the best clubs in the country.
Okay.
Shayna, the manager before him, also awesome. So just to counteract some of those complaints. Ali G, 1 star. This is recently. This is August 23rd. I was surprised to see there was absolutely no social distancing being practiced when I went to a show on Friday, August 25th. 2020. This is weird that they're referencing.
Was that your show?
Actually, was it? No,
it was
just
close.
Just outside.
Yeah, you were there on like the 28th or 27th maybe.
The place was packed elbow to elbow. It's just weird that their date reference is beyond the date that they posted.
Oh, yeah, that is weird.
I don't understand that. Anyway, I had moved some chairs away from me in order to feel more comfortable, and the employee was extremely rude in moving them back and did not have any compassion, as I was experiencing a lot of anxiety. Pretty much the woman next to me was breathing 5 inches into my hair. The first beer had way too much head. I would have paid $25 more in order to have more room in an indoor event. I will never see a show here again in the future, as it is a super spreader hub. Here's what annoys me about this. Ask before you go in. What's the social distancing here? And then they're going to tell you, and if you don't like it, leave. Right? Because these businesses can't accommodate to everyone's preference. And, if they're willing to like risk it and you're not, then go home. And it's that thing where I just feel like so many people don't understand basic fucking numbers, like economy. If they were just to like shut it down or spread it out the way they want, there's no magic money fairy who's like, hey, they did the right social justice thing, but they get to keep running. It's like, no, a lot of people could lose their fucking jobs. And like the
and a lot of them have.
And a lot of them have. That's what's so frustrating. We were eating lunch at this wonderful place, Bangkok Thai. A Taste of Bangkok, not far from our hotel. And they had 1 week left. They had like going out of business permanently September or something. The owner was working there. She was an awesome lady. She was so happy. You could tell she loved to give people food. Luckily, she has another location to go to. And she has said the pandemic fucking destroyed them. Not enough customers. And then once things started to open up, they couldn't get anybody to work for them because of the labor shortage. And I feel like there's so many people who only see one side of this argument. Yeah, but do you want people to die? No, motherfucker. We don't. Fucking Captain Tunnel Vision.
Almost everybody.
Right.
Does not want other people to die. Yeah.
But it's like, there's more than this one issue in the world right now. How the fuck do you not see that? It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
So this is such an annoying complaint. And this next one, just to piggyback on this, to talk about what the staff have to deal with, Teresa S. from 2020, September. 1 star. I said in my last review a few years ago that I probably wouldn't be back unless it was a special occasion.
That's my favorite.
Which I thought was going to be this past Sunday. The complete disregard of the customer safety was astounding. The main floor tables were distanced, but none of them were 6 feet away from each other. The table in front of us was maybe 2 feet away. About 10% of the customers, that's being generous, were wearing masks. When I asked an employee about it, he stated that it's hard to enforce anything with these chads. Yeah, fair. Okay, we left a little bit into the main comedian's act because it felt so uncomfortable and unsafe. I have contacted the club on social media and through email. It seems there will be no sense of urgency to address my concerns. Do yourself a favor and skip it. It's not worth it. Here's what's frustrating about this. And I talked to an owner recently of another comedy club in Cleveland. He's a great guy. This guy, actually another Nick. It's like everybody's Nicks in comedy clubs apparently. The owner, and he feels so bad for his staff because they were not hired to be security guards.
Yeah.
And what people don't understand with these mask mandates, you get somebody who's hired to be like a host at a comedy club where people are coming and usually having a fun time. Or a waitress or a waiter at a comedy club, and now they're a security personnel. It could be a very small, non-confrontational person, whatever. And he's like, you don't understand what people say to them and how people like threaten them. And there's been people getting like attacked, teachers and stuff actually getting punched because of trying to enforce these things. And a lot of people, have said like, fuck it, that's not my job. And I totally stand by them. And again, it's that thing of like, if you're real worried and you need everything to be just so, then stay home. You don't understand how the fucking world works. It's not going to be perfectly safe for you like you want it to be.
A setup in a comedy club where every waiter, every staff member is a huge fucking security guard.
Right. Trained to jujitsu and
just fucking Jerry $5, brand new drink.
Right.
This massive 300-pound ripped dude is like, here's your drink, sir.
Right.
Like drops it down to you.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, any questions? No, I'm good.
There's been videos lately I've seen of flight attendants getting fucking punched.
Right.
You know,
we need linebacker flight attendants.
Right.
That's what we need.
Yeah. So that's the thing where it's like
NFL flight attendant. That's the way it goes now.
And I'm not saying it's right for the person to be a dick. I hate that person who's going to be just not follow the rules. Also, it's like if you don't want to follow their mask rules, then don't go. I hate that person as well. But you know, when you're leaving a 1-star review, you should track down the people specifically if you want to get really into it. Find out who they are and try and leave some negative. Have some negative, thing there.
Kill them.
Or kill them. But just, confront them if it's that important to you. But it's like to put it on the staff is just so unfair, I think.
Right.
Ann S. Oh, my God. This person. Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
Ann S. in Portland. 1 star. I used to go to Helium Portland every week or more. I ignored the snotty manager and staff because it is Portland and everyone in the entertainment and social industry in Portland has a snotty attitude. Not true. But the last and final time I went to Helium for a comedy show, I was really looking forward to Whitney Cummins. I was treated so poorly, I will never attend a show at Helium again. The staff taking the tickets treated me like a second-class citizen. He embarrassed me in front of 20-plus people. Doubt it.
Yeah.
I was a dedicated Helium fan. I had taken a stand-up comedy course. Here we go. And was planning on taking a second course. However, I am now so sick to my stomach about how I was treated that I have no desire to pursue comedy again. Helium is a great space. However, National Helium needs to assess the manager and the staff for how their customer service might affect the clientele. Rest in peace, Helium.
I mean,
they're doing fine.
For taking comedy classes, that wasn't funny at all.
Exactly.
Not even a tiny amount of that was funny.
And I do want to say, Ann S., if you happen to be listening, if somebody being mean to you, or your interpretation of that was being mean to you in a customer situation at a comedy club was enough to make you walk away from stand-up comedy, you were never going to be any fucking good.
Oh, you would have been so screwed.
Fucking eaten alive.
Fresh meat.
It is a business for people with a thick skin. Right?
Who sometimes make it.
Who sometimes make it. And if your skin is that thin, they did you a fucking favor. Because you are way too big of a crybaby to fucking do anything in this business.
Oh, man.
So
I love it.
So go fuck yourself, Ann S.
If she thinks that was bad, you should try backstage like at a music venue.
Oh, my God.
They fucking hate you. But you're never welcomed anywhere you go.
Right.
It's just like,
you know what? And I will say this for like,
it's so bad. And I mean,
yeah.
There's some places that are just like not as bad.
Sure.
But every single venue I have ever played,
they're jaded.
There's always one person who just really wishes you weren't there.
Right.
You don't know who they are. You're gonna show up to do your job, and they really want you to leave.
And because they have to deal with divas. You know, sometimes it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
And here's the thing of like just people breaking into like entertainment. Like if you're a beginner comic and you're listening, and you're you don't feel like your local club is treating you really nicely. Of course not, because they don't give a fuck about you. You have to earn that. Like they deal with like these weird inflated egos from people who have done comedy 3 times and then think like got a bunch of laughs, and now they think the club should cater to them. The club does not need. You bring them no business.
Right.
You sell no tickets. They will do fine without you. So take that into account. Don't throw your weight around. I have a feeling that Ann S. was like, oh, I'm a comic here. And I took a class. And so I'm at the club and like, hey,
knock, knock.
Hey, Nick, how you doing? It's Ann S.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Ann S.
Ann S, everybody. Yeah, sure. I'd love to be sitting in the front row because I'm one of your local comics.
Can I sit on the stage?
And they're like, who are you again? Oh, you don't remember me? I told the vegan biscuit joke last week at the open mic.
Nah.
No, I am.
Didn't ring a bell. I think one of the funniest things that was ever said to me was at it was a venue in Seattle where we showed up and we just asked the guy, like, hey, like being courteous, like the stage guy, staging. Yeah. We're like, hey, where do you want us to put our stuff? He goes, I don't know, he's out of the fucking way. And all of us are like, that's fair. That's fair. But we're like, left or right. Just give it like, where is out of the fucking way? Like, you have to at least give us that. And then, like, the more you pry, the nicer they get.
Exactly.
But right out the gate, they fucking hate you.
Sure.
I don't know, doesn't matter. It's out of the fucking way. Like, sweet, happy to be here. It's the first interaction I had with the club, and I was like, cool. Sweet. Just like everywhere else I've been. Is it right?
Yeah.
I think it's a show like we were in headlining. He doesn't fucking care. He's like, fuck you. Yeah. I feel like you could have been Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses. He would have said the same thing.
Right.
I don't know, out of the fucking way.
right. Michael P., Vancouver, Washington, 1 star. Ray William Johnson and company killed it tonight. Okay, so some comics did well. With that said, the rest of the show sucked. Sweaty, you know what?
Balls.
I know. We got warned, you meant warned, like 4 times to keep it down. Seriously, it's a comedy show and it's funny. We were not allowed to talk to each other about what we found funny. Seriously. The guy in front of us who happened to be there by himself did not once notice us at all. But yet Helium warned us about our behavior. Never, ever will I come back. Michael P., I can say with confidence, they don't want you back. They are going to fucking love it. They're going to do just fine without you. Please don't ever go there or any other club. That person in front of you just didn't want to be confrontational. I promise you that person in front of you, if the staff is talking to you, that person in front of you hated your motherfucking guts. Wanted you to die at your table.
Is there anybody worse than someone who laughs and tries to he loudly explains the joke that everyone just heard at the person next to him?
It's so annoying.
That was funny because he said dicks.
Right.
Okay.
I've seen that.
Just laugh. That's why we're all laughing. That's why we're laughing.
I've seen that personality thrown out so many. My favorite is I've seen this personality. They're really rambunctious and they're talking or whatever, and then they cry. They literally cry. I've seen that happen numerous times. Tears as they're getting.
Did you punch them?
I was just trying to have fun.
Oh
no! Like when the staff takes them out. My favorite is the most uncomfortable. Please don't ever do this. I talked about it. I think on some podcast at some point, but a long time ago. It was in Minneapolis and. It was a very non-confrontational staff, which was not good on the staff's part. I mean, somebody should have. That is one thing. When you work at a comedy club, you are expected. Somebody there is expected to deal with hecklers, some kind of minimal security. But this was like an alt venue that didn't always do comedy, and so they weren't really prepared. And this lady,
the bartender was also a security guard,
right? So it's like, okay, it is what it is. And this lady in the front, she just kept interacting, like just what you're saying. Like somebody, she acted like it was a conversation.
Right.
You do a joke and she'd be like, oh my God, that happened to me last week. It's like, no one fucking cares. Stop. What are you doing? They don't understand rhetorical questions. It's like just socially. So she keeps doing that. And then finally I get up there and I've watched this for a long time. And I was just like, hey, ma'am, I'm like, shut the fuck up. This isn't fun for anyone. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like I was annoyed before. So I went hard on her out the gate. And I'm like, just leave. It's not fun. I'm just trying to have fun. It's not fun. No one fucking likes you here because you've ruined the show. You've ruined so many jokes. Just fucking leave. Just get out of here. And no, she doesn't leave. She weeps in the front for 45 minutes.
How'd that make you feel?
Oh, I thought it was funny. But it made other people uncomfortable. And then she cried when she left. And at one point I'm like, are you fucking crying right now? I'm like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, go cry outside. This is so weird. You're so fucking weird and awkward and uncomfortable.
I picture after every joke you confer with her. Was that funny?
Was that funny? Cry?
You mic up her cry.
Oh my God.
You hold the microphone.
Can
in
we
her
get a
face?
second mic and I just put a second mic so I can just hear her cries? But it's like, and some people will be like, oh my God, that's so horrible. No, fuck that person. It's like, if you are that socially fucked up, you shouldn't be going out in public. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
That's too soft to fucking enable that. So 2 more. Lindsay B, Cooper Mountain, Beaverton, Oregon, 1 star. I'm here for the Nicole Byer show, and it really seems like this is the very few sold. It seems like this is the very few. Sorry, it's always so hard because the negative reviews tend to have terrible grammar. It seems
Shocking.
Like, it seems like this. Okay, she's trying to say it's one of the very few sold out shows they've ever had, but you can't fucking write that way. We got drinks, we got in line for general admission, and now we've been shepherded.
Shepherded?
Shepherded.
Is that a fucking word?
No.
Apparently.
We've been shepherded. I mean, I guess it is
Ushered?
technically, but it's not. You should be ushered to be more common.
Escorted?
Escorted. Something that people actually say. To the stairs to wait. Then outside with no game plan. After at least 5 minutes and drinking outside, I was told I had to go inside. Are y'all new? Are y'all new? Is this a new phenomenon for you? Very disappointing. Will not be back. Okay, Lindsay B. It's the comic's fault. If you go to a comedy club and you're going to anything other than the early show that night, if there's any shows before you and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Why aren't we seated yet? Why don't they have their shit together? It is 1,000 out of 1,000 times the headliner's fault.
Yeah.
Whoever was on, you're going to see that night, took their sweet ass time getting off stage first show and fucked the staff over.
Right.
And I say that because it's a pet peeve of mine for other comics. Don't do that. I might go 5 minutes over. I don't go an hour over.
Oh, yeah.
Because I saw guys doing that coming up, and I saw the staff then it screws them twice. They have to deal with a really high pressure check drop to get people to leave, and then those people don't want to tip them because they feel pressure to get out of there. They have to sweat their asses off, turn the show over, and then the people coming in are angry out the gate. And it's not their fault.
And then they're there longer.
Yep, they're longer.
Yeah.
And it ruins their night. So find the comic you saw, Lindsay B, and give them a 1 star somewhere. And finally, Jeremy R, another pet peeve, 1 star from 2018. Tonight was horrible. I maybe cracked 1 laugh tonight and had to eat overpriced, mediocre food in the process. Save your money. Go to any open mic night in Portland and you'll hear better material.
Easy.
If you know who's performing ahead of time, that's one thing, but definitely don't fall for their 2-item minimums for free entry to see garbage comedians. Well, I love how he points out what he should have done, didn't do, and left a fucking 1 star.
He pointed out what he fell for.
Right. He pointed out, but it also is like, okay, you didn't look up the show, Jeremy,
you
admittedly.
You absolutely did.
And you admitted in the review that's what you're supposed to do. So take your 1 star review and just shove it up your fucking stupid ass. Jeremy R, he looks like a fucking douche in his profile pic,
Do as
too.
I say, not as I do. That old saying.
Oh my God.
What a piece of shit.
What a piece. And Portland, by the way, it's, oh my God. I feel like people, it's such an enabling city. I love Portland. It's always been one of my favorite cities. But it's also one of the softest cities in America that way because it's so progressive that it's like, you know, don't yell at anybody, don't be mean to anybody for anything. And then you see the results of that mentality. And it's like, I've never seen more human shit on sidewalks. There's like LA, New York, Portland has the most human shit fucking per block.
Absolutely.
Than any other city in America. Because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. They don't want to be too harsh and like, yeah, this person's dealing with a lot of mental illness. I know they are, but they shouldn't be dealing with it in front of 7-Eleven where they're taking a shit fucking 6 feet where people are trying to do business. They should be removed from the city, and it's sad, but it's not that fucking business owner's fault. And it's not the people who live in that neighborhood's fault. And it's like, I promise you there's a better way to handle it.
Why did
than just letting it fucking run wild and unchecked.
I don't know why I just pictured this. You know, like the basketball hoops that you can suction cup to the wall or the door? They do that with toilet seats on the streets in Portland. It's like the outside of shops. They just like suction cup them to the window. Right. Like, oh, I take a little shit here. They just squat over and take a shit.
Oh my God.
Little suction cup toilet seats.
And I saw
with a little netting, and the poop hits it like a crowd cheers, like a little trigger. And the poop hits the trigger. It's like, yeah.
I saw another thing in Portland too that was the most Portland thing that I saw this trip.
Okay,
it was like on this one it was like a vegan gluten-free bakery that did have fucking great shit. The food in Portland is generally awesome, like some of the best I think in the whole country. And again, love a lot of elements of Portland, but this was like the most of like, come on, stop. They had all these like protest type things on their, posters in their window.
Right.
But one of them was a very aggressive defund the police, which I know is a nuanced argument and it's not necessarily anti-police. This one was.
Okay.
This one said pigs. It was something about like, fuck you pigs. And it was big and it was in their storefront window. And I just thought, how fucking like stupid and just in your own weird little echo chamber are you when you don't understand how ridiculous that is to put on your business window? Because if I'm a law enforcement officer and I see that, for 1,000%, I'm like, fuck these guys.
It's like having like fuck the police on the back car.
Right on your bumper
car.
sticker.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It's like if I am an officer and I've seen that and then they get like a B&E, like a breaking and entering, oh man, I'm going to take my time getting there. I'm going to take so much time.
With my burrito.
I'm going to enjoy my coffee. I'm going to use the bathroom. I'm going to get there. If I see somebody inside, I'm going to encourage them to just hurry up and take what they want and leave. But like, I
will help them with the TV.
To me, that just represented like this weird like disconnect of like what are you doing? How do you not understand like the possible consequences of that?
Absolutely.
I don't know. Oh,
So
Portland.
maybe
I
don't
love
keep-
you fucking weirdos, but maybe dial it back in.
Yeah, not that weird.
Yeah, no, they have bumper stickers. Keep it weird. Less,
Less weird.
a little less weird.
Too weird.
Two notches
Make
back.
Portland less too weird.
Keep the funky hairstyles, keep the tattoo shops, keep the strip clubs, the vegan cafes,
The food,
keep the art galleries, keep the graffiti art, less human shit, less stupid signs and windows that are going to backfire on you, and maybe less one-star reviews for ridiculous reasons.
I love it. That's fun.
Okay.
I need to go back to Portland. I've been there like 5 years. I'm sure it's worse than it ever.
It's one of my favorite
Best
cities.
/ worse because I love Portland.
Oh, like my favorite bookstore, like Powell's Books, my favorite bookstore in the country. Some of my favorite restaurants, like it's so cool. Love Voodoo Donuts, love how funky it is. But then also, like when we go there this last time, not more than an hour after getting to our hotel, we walk down to Walgreens. We see a woman coming out hot out of Walgreens, clearly struggling with probably like drug addiction and mental illness, screaming while doing air punches and kicks, like violently, fuck you, bitch, die, bitch, fuck you, bitch, die, fuck you, die. Walks around the corner. We walk in. All the employees are gathered at the front. There is shit all over the floor. She destroyed this kiosk.
Not literal shit though. We have to clear.
Not literal shit.
Okay.
Like potato chips and like dip and stuff. Like she just threw it all over the ground.
Gotcha.
And then they weren't even like alarmed or angry. They were just defeated and used to it. And the guy in the front, the manager, just goes, "Well, Becky's back." Like this is just their life.
Good to see her again.
This is just a Thursday in Portland.
Looks like she said she was going to turn it around. Turns out Becky couldn't. And we're just going to figure out how to deal with this next Sunday.
I appreciate she said "fuck you, bitch" instead of "fuck you, motherfucker." I felt like a little less aggressive.
She did not use the Lord's name in vain.
She didn't lose Lord. She didn't say "God damn it." She said "die, bitch," but she didn't also add "I'm gonna fucking kill your family." So she
Improvements.
She destroyed a kiosk, not a whole aisle. So that feels like a step in the right direction.
And she only stole
Like
two phones.
2 phones instead of her usual 4. So not a bad day.
Go Becky.
Go Becky.
They have like team signs. Yay. Feel better, Becky.
Too much enabling.
Glad you're doing well. Okay, well, that's a lot of bad shit. Let's take a look at some good shit.
Okay,
go ahead.
Sliver of hope.
Moving on to the good stuff. And this was sent in by, again, a ton of dummies. A Polish javelin thrower. I know that you're going to hear Polish. You'll be like, who'd they kill? What bad thing did they do? It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Okay.
So, Polish javelin thrower auctions Tokyo Olympic silver medal to help infant get heart surgery. And this has been a pretty big story.
I heard about it briefly, like on a feed, but I didn't look into it. That is so cool.
I know. So, Polish javelin thrower Maria Ondrachek auctioned off her silver medal from the Tokyo Olympics for $125,000.
Oh my God.
With the goal of using the funds to help an infant receive a life-saving heart surgery.
That's amazing.
So Andrzejczyk explained Wednesday in a Facebook post that she discovered the fundraiser for 8-month-old Milozek Maliza The boy who had a serious heart defect and was in need of surgery, but the family was looking to attain financial support. So Andrzejczyk promptly auctioned off her silver medal for the javelin competition. Previously, she missed the medal at the 2016 Rio Olympics by 2 centimeters.
Damn.
Fuck that.
Damn.
That'd be the
2 centimeters in a javelin throw.
Right? You're like, that's the thickness of the goddamn probably even thicker than the head of the spear. Like
right.
that's
just a
tiny.
tiny 2 centimeters. It's so tiny.
That is one extra bicep curl.
Oh man!
And she was making sure she did not lose that ever again.
Oh, she had a shoulder injury that year.
So Andrzejczyk suffered from a shoulder injury that year that required surgery and forced her to miss the 27 competition. She was diagnosed with bone cancer in 2018, all before making her comeback that led to medaling in Tokyo. So she
persevered.
Exactly. So Andrzejczyk wrote in her Facebook post in Polish of the situation as translated by ESPN and other outlets. He already has a head start from Cubis, a boy who didn't make it in time, but his amazing parents decided to pass on the funds they collected. And in this way, I also want to help. It's for him that I am auctioning my Olympic silver medal. So Zamka, a Polish supermarket chain, won the auction with the bid of $125,000. But Andrzejczyk said on Instagram, the money raised will allow the boy to get the necessary surgeries at Stanford University Medical Center, she said on Facebook. Now, there are other articles that said that supermarket chain that bought it, they wouldn't take it. So they bought it and they gave the medal back.
That's so cool.
So it's just a very heartfelt, good.
That's amazing.
Good all around story. How fucked up would that have been if the supermarket guy was like, "Yeah, give me the fucking medal,
give it to me,"
and they had like on display at some like marquee supermarket. Like, what the fuck?
They just put it over like
we bought this
the donuts, right? Just like she can just come by the bakery to look at her medal.
They have this like silver medal, and then they have like French bread.
right.
In this aisle, cereal, toothpaste, Olympic silver medal, French bread, bagels.
That's so impressive that she would care so much about like a kid she doesn't know and a kid that's not even human fully, you know, the Polish kid.
Right.
Like a third class fucking human citizen.
Third? You're going third class?
Right. I'm surprised, like...
Have they made it to third class?
Like, were there no like gorillas or monkeys that needed like heart stuff that could have been put ahead of that kid?
Or fucking like frogs or turtles?
Fucking frogs or turtles or just, you know, whatever monsters.
It'd be so funny if she sold her Olympic gold medal for like a turtle heart surgery. I mean, fine. That's fine.
She's like, yes, I heard about the kid, but he's Polish. Come on. Right. I'm not going to... And if you're like, where's this coming from? It was a joke on Times Square because it's because Lindsay's Polish. I do always love that. If it's like a new listener being like, what the fuck? That seems a bit much. That was tonally off.
Why did he just say that?
Why would he? Jesus Christ.
Wowzers.
They didn't seem racist before that.
Oh my heck. I tuned out. What if we just lost a bunch of people? They did not wait for the... You're like, that's it. Final straw.
Right. That was it.
After everything we've said, Polish monster was like out.
There's a Portland Polish person who's just like, are you fucking kidding me? This episode back to back. Are you gonna shit all over?
Whose name was Ann S.
So there was a Polish Portland listener fucking living in a tent off Burnside, just being like, okay, that's it.
Who just like was listening to the podcast while shitting in front of a in front of a store.
Listening to this episode while taking a dump in front of 7-Eleven. That's it. So somebody's watching that. This person with like earbuds in, just taking a shit in the 7-Eleven parking lot, being like, that's it.
Wow.
That's it. I'm done with them. You can tell everyone. I'm done.
Just rips off her Just Don't t-shirt, wipes her ass. But thanks for helping us make it the best-selling clothing item we've ever had. We do appreciate that. Fuck the man, am I right?
Fuck the man.
Fuck the man. All right. Let's move on. Junk mail. Zach, push it.
It's junk mail.
Some of the ants bite, and some of the ants are red. I just keep thinking about that. Zach, I love you. That's just very funny part of the show tonight. And some are real big and real scary. Yeah, but how many are there? 1 second. Hold on. 1 second. Oh my God, you guys have to see this one.
There's 22,000 species. I thought that was pretty interesting. Come on.
This one is so strong.
He starts showing us videos, and we're like, that's a hornet. Oh, man, okay, but I mean, it is scary looking.
It's spooky. That's a scorpion. Right. That's a tortoise. God damn it.
It gets more off topic. There's just like a baguette. It shows up on the screen. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm just hungry.
Right.
Look at that. Looks delicious.
That's spaghetti and meatballs? Oh, shit.
Right. Okay. Somebody did ask, they were talking about about Zach, actually a comic, Amanda, I believe, in Portland, who listened to the show, and she was asking if the gas station diet was true. And I said yes, he's gotten better recently, but that joke didn't come out of nowhere. He did live for many years on gas station fare.
He still does.
It's only like 50% now.
Are you doing better?
I think he is.
Well, they stopped serving them in half the places, so
Oh, that's right.
I'm forced into being better.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
It's a new you.
Yeah.
New you. He's just like, he's shrinking. Like he's only 6'8" because of gas station burritos.
Oh my God.
Like he's my size if he doesn't eat them. Like some weird toxic waste situation.
That's such a funny thought. That Zach
he's a mutant Hulk right now, but if he doesn't have his burritos, he's gonna shrink.
He has like this big athletic frame, and then a year from now, he's like living on vegetables and like fruits and stuff, and he's like 5'5" and just $120, but like the happiest he's ever been. Like he feels great, but he's just like this very slight guy.
His computer went from being too small to way too big.
Love you guys. You're the best.
The laptop is comically large on him now instead of way too small.
Oh, that is funny to think that gas station food could that it's like a secret.
Superhero.
Like all the biggest like NFL
America.
players and professional bodybuilders just like eating like fucking cheesy hot dogs and just weird like stuffed meat fucking pizza finger things, like all the weird hybrid things they have at the gas station.
What do you eat, Tom Brady? Gas station burritos.
I like mozzarella sticks stuffed with jalapenos and pepperoni for the most part.
Wash it down with Mountain Dew.
Wash it down with Mountain Dew. A lot of Hostess. Heavy on the ding dongs. Heavy on the Twinks.
Wow.
Sorry, I just realized that's a different terminology.
But it's my favorite one.
Heavy on the Twinks is a totally different kind of Tom Brady scenario.
But
maybe heavy on the Twinkies and heavy on the Twinks when I gotta get that cardio in. I have a pepperoni stick. I have a mozzarella stick. I fuck the shit out of a Twink.
And I eat their Twinkie, and I eat my own Twinkie.
I have a zinger, and I go throw some fucking touchdown passes. God damn it!
Beep beep.
Woo! Woo!
Zach, we love you. We know none of those things are true.
It's been a lovely day. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming in today. Okay, I'm gonna push the button again. Same music button. Here we go. First piece of junk mail coming in from dummy JB, who writes, Dan and Joe, I couldn't help but laugh at these events as they unfolded, and hopefully you'll find some humor in it as well. I certainly did. I am currently in progress of moving. I was at my old house to finish up packing the odds and ends to get the place cleaned up. As I was going through the master bedroom, I went into the closet, and on the shelf was a box with a pair of dress shoes in it. Knowing that the box, of course, had the shoes in it, I chuckled to myself and said, always check for shoes. Thanks to you dummies and the Helicopter Donuts Duckfoot's Funny Soap episode. I continued through the rest of the house, got to my daughter's room. One of them left the bed linens and the air mattress they were sleeping on during the transition in the corner. I grabbed the sheets and the blanket and then ripped them up and then outdropped a shoe. At this point, I laugh a bit more and I say, God damn it, always check for shoes. I continued going through the rest of the house, packing up the last of the odds and ends at this point, just going through the closets, checking those, the cabinets, everything else. And I opened the coat closet in the entryway, and sitting in the corner was a pair of goddamn shoes. At this point, I'm laughing my tits off. I once again continue to go through the house cleaning as I open up the cabinets, closets, oven, you name it. Yeah, but did you check for shoes? And I make myself laugh in the progress as I looked around the entire house. So fuck you guys and your nonsense in the best of ways. Again, hopefully you find some humor in this. If this gets read on the episode, shout out to Eric and Vix. I know they are listening. Thank you guys and the whole Bad Magic crew for everything you do. 3 out of 5 stars. Wouldn't change a thing. Dummy JB.
Oh, that's so nice, JB.
Check those fucking shoes.
I love that it actually kind of like related to what you're doing in your life. And I love that one has caught on.
Me too.
Like it's the most random phrase I would have never guessed. You check for shoes?
Uh-huh.
That stuck.
I pushed my couch out the other day to clean behind it and there's some fucking shoes back there. I was like, God damn it, dude. Like, there they fucking are.
Yeah.
Not kidding me. It was sandals that I've been looking for Ezra for fucking half a year.
You forgot to check for him.
I fucking forgot to check for him.
You didn't check behind the couch for shoes.
I didn't check for shoes. No, I did, and now he's got an extra pair of shoes.
Perfect.
Actually, he got like an extra because we had to buy him extras because we couldn't find those shoes. But we would have saved some money if we just checked for shoes in the first place.
Always check for shoes.
Unbelievable. So the last piece of junk mail coming in from Dummy John, who writes, Hello, Fred and Barney.
Hello.
This story is a tip to all comedians. Make sure your punchlines do their job or someone may take your joke as fact. This is fun. Growing up, my grandfather always had a very dry sense of humor. He had a joke for everything, though. Here's the one I will never forget. When I was maybe 7 or 8 years old, Cinco de Mayo was around the corner, and he asked me if I knew why it was called that. I said no, and then he proceeded to tell me this story. Long ago, there was a beautiful ship crossing the Atlantic. Its only cargo was massive amounts of mayo. The ship had run into a terrible storm and it sunk, taking its cargo with it. In honor of this, they would name the holiday, Cinco de Mayo.
Oh my God.
And I told this story to countless amounts of people believing it to be fact. Not a single person corrected me. I was 22 years of fucking age when someone finally told me that it stands for the 5th of May. I know my grandfather is in the next life still giggling about the joke that I'd taken as fact. Thank you guys for all the laughs. 6.9 stars out of 5.
Nice.
Are you kidding me? Can't think of anything that you should change.
I think it's like Mexican Independence Day, right?
Yeah. Day of the Dead.
Right? Yeah. Cinco de Mayo?
I don't know.
I think it's like
Porque de Machos.
Zach,
yeah, it's their Independence Day. I think it is.
Is that
I'm looking.
Okay.
I always get confused, but I do believe it is their Independence Day. It's not Day of the Dead though.
Okay. Yeah, it's not Dios de los Muertos or whatever. Yeah. What is this? I want to confess to something stupid too that I just did on the show. Because it was before the last record. I recorded Scared to Death this morning. Before I did, I quickly wiped my glasses.
Whoops.
To try and clean them. Made them way worse. I didn't clean them efficiently. And there's like this thick grime on both. And then knowing that was still there, put them on for this show. I just took them off at the end. It is preposterous how hazy the entire show looked for me. Like I feel like I just went from
a fog machine.
Oh, I feel like I just went from like 1970s television, like the soft film look
to 4K
to just 4K. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why didn't I just take them off?
Maybe that's.
I only had to read one thing, and this made it harder to read. I would have been better just not using my reading glasses.
You just gave me an idea.
They look terrible.
I'm gonna open up an eye clinic.
Yeah.
And you show up and I just give you shitty glasses. And then I have you come back in a week, I just take them off and you're like, oh shit.
Oh my God.
And everything.
Oh yeah. You just tell them like, look, it's gonna make your eyes a little bit worse for a week. Wear them all week.
Right.
And then when you take them off the end of this week, noticeable improvement. Right. You just trick person after you just give them a fucking dirty pair of glasses. Right. Oh my God.
They went, holy shit.
I can't believe how clear everything looks.
Let's see. Use them on noggin.
Yeah. So Cinco de Mayo is an annual celebration held on the May 5th, which commemorates the anniversary of Mexico's victory over the French Empire at the Battle of Puebla in 1862.
So it is a form of independence.
Kind of, but it doesn't throw that out there. But yes.
Okay.
Right. Fine.
That's
okay. Great news.
Great news.
Thank you, Zach.
I'm not sure that helped at all.
It did. You've done one helpful thing today.
Then I appreciate the thank you.
At the very least, it's independent-ish.
Happy Independent-ish Day, Mexico.
I think it is like their. I think it's their equivalent to 4th of July, but I may be mistaken.
Yeah, I think that sounds right to me, but I also am fucking stupid. Hey, Zach.
Yes.
Thanks for producing and directing today.
Yeah.
Thanks to Logan Keith. Thanks for all the merch. Go check out those new automated Facebook t-shirts that we have in the store. A couple different options for you. They just play off the AI generated t-shirts and they are hilarious. Find that at badmagicmerch.com and also at iswedumb.com. Also thanks to Logan Keith for managing our social media accounts. You can follow us on our social media accounts, Instagram, Facebook at iswedumb. Be sure to join the private Facebook group Is We Dummies, moderated by Liz Hernandez and the All-Seeing Eyes. And if you want the video form of this show or any other show that we do here at Bad Magic Productions, head over to our YouTube channel. And if you have something you want to see on the show, email that in to dumb@iswedumb.com. Any general questions, info@iswedumb.com. And then make sure you rate and review wherever you listen to our podcast. We did have a giant uptick. Thanks to everybody for hopping on that and reviewing us on Apple Podcast. We put a little blast out for that in the Is We Dummies one.
Yeah.
I think we jumped up like 500
Oh,
reviews.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
cool.
That's great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. And I want to correct this before, so no one has to correct me. It is not like Independence Day.
Fuck yeah.
I had to look. It is a popular holiday, but September 16th is Independence Day. That's Mexico's Independence Day. It is just like what Zach was saying. It just marks, the Mexican Army's victory over France. So, like an important in the Franco-Mexican War of 1862.
Okay.
So, commemorating an important victory, but not Independence Day.
Gotcha.
But it says common misconception.
By the time this episode,
by us gringos,
we might have easily we almost fucked it up.
Yeah.
But then this episode, when it comes out, it's getting damn close to Independence Day. So
yeah.
Happy Independence Day, Mexico.
You know what? That was all intentional. That was just, we wanted to weave our way to, we're big Mexican Independence Day fans. We celebrate it every year, always have. So, of course I knew that earlier. Just fucking around. So, happy Independence Day, you guys.
All right, dad joke. Ready?
Yeah.
Do it.
Hey, you want to hear a joke?
Wow, neat dad joke.
Sent in by dummy Robert. I rolled the R because of all
in honor of Mexican Independence Day.
You got it.
Thank you.
Where do bad rainbows go?
Where do bad rainbows go?
Prism. But don't worry, it's a light sentence. Come on.
Okay. That took some effort.
It's funny.
It's cute.
It's sciencey.
It's
light-hearted.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I feel like my reaction to most dad jokes is like, oh, I see what you did there.
Right. I don't know what else you'd really do.
Right. Oh my God. Can you imagine meeting the person that just goes
I'd stop doing them.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh, you're freaking me out. Like rubbing your nipples. Like, just give me
I pass out from laughing. I do a belly laugh and I literally lose consciousness. You're like, man, you really like those too much. We have to scale back to dad jokes.
You guys don't see it. We close up every show and then I have to shock him back to life. He's like, clear. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Magic Productions.